this is one year I was fucking. This is one day I started fucking around with Wayne. So I didn't mess with Wayne much, but there was a couple of times I fucked with Wayne. I was fucking with Wayne. And if there's any other stories Wayne, I don't remember them, but these are the two I remember. Okay, one story I remember was one year we had this a major snowstorm, a big ass snowstorm, and Wayne and Jeffrey came outside with the shovels, and they would go around shoveling and making money. And I said, yo, I'm gonna get in on that. So I think I did it too. I don't know if I did or if I not did it, but this year we had a major snowstorm. I mean, a big snowstorm. It hit hard. And this was a snowstorm that was like, it had to be like, maybe possibly late 70s, early 80s. It might have been the late 70s. But it was a hard snowstorm, and yo, it was snow everywhere. It was a, whew. So, yeah, it was me and Wayne going around it was me and Wayne going around shoveling doorways for money. And we were charging like $5 to shovel your driveway and your stoop. We was making our smoke money, weed money, or whatever we was doing. But we often did it just to get our little weed money and shit. Our little get high money. And so me and Wayne are going around, we're going all around the neighborhood and we're shoveling and we're making dough. And finally we felt like we had enough. We had enough. Oh my God, I remember that day. And we had enough, and it was a lot of snow. So now we heading back to the house. We got our pockets are nice and stuffed. We're gonna head back to the block, call it a day. I decide I want to push Wayne in the snow pile. So I push Wayne into a snow pile. He's not pleased with me at this point. And I'll be honest, I don't remember if Wayne tried to push me back. But what I do remember is the more he resisted to being pushed in the snow, the more I wanted to do it. And the next thing I know, I'm literally having a wrestling match or wrestling match with Wayne. I'm constantly grabbing him in the puff. And he's trying to get away. And I charge him, tackle him. And I must have been torturing Wayne, trying to throw him in the snow for at least a good 15, 20 minutes. Just poof, poof, and hitting him with snowballs and poof, poof. Just torturing Wayne. For no good reason other than I just want to push him in the snow piles. Poof, poof, poof. And I just kept doing that. And eventually he got away from me. He ran or he walked away or whatever. He got tired of it. I don't know. He might remember the story. He could finish it. But that's basically what I was doing to him. Just torturing poor Wayne. And that's another brother who I love. And we got some funny stories. Okay, so that was just a short one. Because I tortured pretty much all of them in one way or another. I fucked with them a little bit over the years. That was just the way we camaraderie. And again, it was just to be a prankster or just to be annoying. Because this is what I did. And so, there was another time we were heavy into comic book collecting. For the most part, out of all of us, I'm the only one that still collects comic books and shit. So Wayne collected comic books. I collected comic books. We all did. We all had a little collection. We were getting into it. So one year, there was a guy who lived across the street. His name was Chris. Chris was a big dude. He was like a big nerd, a big baby. He was just a big doof. But he was all right. Chris was all right. So he lived on the block. And one day we were out, and we decided we wanted to see each other's comic book collection. So we, bring out books. We would trade books and look at each other's books and everything like that. So one day we were on Chris's stoop. Chris like, yo, he had come. He said, yo, let's check out your collection. So Chris goes in the house and brings out his comic book collection. We're sitting on his front stoop. So Chris goes in the house, and he was such a doofus sometimes though. And I'm not gonna tell any stories about him, but he used to be like a soft bully. He was a prankster too, but he was dangerous. He was like a soft bully because just off the track for a second. Because one time, I know I had hurt my eye or something. I was wearing an eye patch one year or something. He wanted to fight me. He wanted to bother me. He was bothering me. And I said, why you want to fuck with me? Why you bothering me? Because I got one eye I can't see. I can't fight. I said, when this eye patch come on, we going to fucking fight. And he was like, no, I don't want to. He didn't want to fight. When he seen I was standing up to him, he didn't want to fight. And then there was another time he shot me in the forehead with a BB gun. He was in his window and I was walking from the store. And next thing you know, a BB gun hit me right here. Pow! That shit hurt like a motherfucker. Ooh. Fucking Chris shot me in the forehead with a BB gun. I had a fucking BB speed knot right there. And we would hide behind the car, and I remember Wayne or one of the guys came out. I was like, get down! He was like, get down! Chris is shooting everybody with BB. He was shooting BBs at us. So my mother, she said, what happened to your forehead? I said, Chris shot me in the head with a BB gun. Hey, he could have shot your eye out. I'm going to go over and talk to his mother. And she went and talked to his mother. Chris got in big trouble. Yep, he got in a lot of trouble for shooting that BB gun in my forehead. His mother was like, what if you would have shot him in his eye? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I think he got a beating. So, back to the other story. So that's a quick Chris story. He got a beating for shooting me in the head with a BB. The forehead with a beating. That shit hurt like a motherfucker. Alright, so Chris goes in the house and he says, don't try to steal any of my comics. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to steal any of his comics. So he goes in the house. Wayne decides to take one of his comic books and stick it in his shirt. Wayne sticks the comic book in his shirt somewhere, right? And he tucks it in. So I didn't say nothing. I was just keeping it to myself. And I'm looking at it. So Chris comes back out. And we finished looking at the comics. We might have did a trade or two. I don't remember every detail. But okay, so everybody grabs their books. I pick up my books. Wayne picks up his books, and Chris picks up his books. And as we're leaving, my ass decides to go, "Hey, Chris, you want to check us to see if we took anything?" So Chris, I think he patted Wayne down first. So he goes, "Yeah, let me check you guys," because he was a doof. And he pats Wayne down, and he goes, ch-ch-ch. He lifts up Wayne's shirt and he pulls out the comic book, and I'm dying laughing. And I'm looking at Wayne's face. So Chris's front porch had about 5 or 6 stairs, and I remember this story because this was the moment that I always reminded Wayne of it. And when I ran into the rest of the guys, I told them the story, and I laughed because I kept redoing the story. I told them in detail because that's one thing we were all good at. We were all good at telling a story, but acting it out to the every detail. So Wayne doesn't move because he's a little scared, and Chris screams at Wayne, says, "Get off my porch!" And Wayne turns around to walk off the porch, and he's like midway down the stairway, and Chris decides to kick him in the butt. And when he kicks Wayne in the butt, Wayne jumped, like momentum went up, and he skipped a step and went to the next step. He basically kicked Wayne in the air. So Wayne went whoop, kicked Wayne in the ass. He flew up, skipped a step, and landed on another step. And I just laughed my ass off because it was so funny and I could relive it in my head. And then I was dying laughing, and Wayne's like, "Why'd you do that?" And then I'm telling everybody, and then what we're laughing is that we're telling this. So then later on, we're telling the story to the rest of the guys. And as I tell the story, I reenact it. So I'm on my step, and I tell the story. That's it. At this point, Chris kicks Wayne in the ass so hard, I jumped like off my step. I showed him how it was done. How he went in the air, skipped a step, and landed on the step. It was so funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. That shit is funny to me. That's just some stupid shit. But we remain friends and buddies over time. As we got older, you grow to love dudes and you don't bother them as much as you more than when you were kids. Especially when we get older. There's a point where we're too old for this. Let's just start let's start smoking weed, drinking quarts of Old English, and just have fun and just love each other and be cool and shit. So that was a funny one. But Wayne, man, Wayne is hilarious. Wayne. Oh shit, Wayne. Oh boy. Don't steal comic books.